Hi all, it's Butterfly here. Probably gonna post this later on during the week or what have you. But I am doing another alternate view series, and today this series is going to cover feminism. There has been a lot of woo-ha to do about the whole concept of feminism and the feminist movement and what have you. And so much so that it led me to actually look at both sides of the argument and do a bit of research. And, I saw the feminist views about equal rights, about women, having, the right of all this stuff. And I've also decided to hear the other side of the story with what a lot of the men have to say. And I have to say that in my opinion, I'm very appalled and I'm very saddened that men have been downtrodden. Their rights are surprisingly, literally, or the equality factor is literally being stripped of them. Now, before I begin, I'm not saying that we should be thrown back to the 1600s where women should be staying at home and, shouldn't get an education, because our foremothers who fought for equality were fighting for the right for women to have an education, for women to go out and pursue other careers. Because back in those times, women were not allowed to go into school. They were not allowed to go to school or get any kind of education. It would always be the guys to go. It would always have the males go first. They would be the ones to go to get an education, not a woman. These four women's just basically, from what I gathered from my general research, they generally, or at least the positive side of feminism, was they wanted women to just be able to have the choice that if they wanted to pursue an education or if they wanted to pursue a career, whether they did so or not, it was their choice. A woman wanted to be treated fairly, meaning that if they suffered a crime, if they suffered a crime, they wanted to be treated as equally as if a guy was going to be tried at a trial, not to be treated any differently. All right, I want to first go ahead and start this off by defining what equality is. And according to dictionary.com, quality is the state or equality of being equal. Correspondence in quantity, degree, value, rank, or ability. Equal, which I will go ahead once this stupid ad closes. Equal, as great as the same as, often followed by or with. Like or alike in quantity, degree, value, of the same rank, ability, merit. Evenly proportioned or balance. An equal contest. Uniform in operation or effect. But the whole purpose is I'm defining on the definition on this definition in equal, which is evenly proportioned or balanced. This is in response to the DivineFeminist's video and her blog about castrating men. That is not equality. That is not even near equality. That is barbarianism. That is inhumanity. You're taking human beings and you're proposing that we treat them like cattle and cut off their genitals. That is not being a woman. That is being a monster. That I will say firsthand. by doing such is not enforcing equality or balance, as the definition of equal means. I also don't condone the fact that yes, we want to be treated equal, but not at the cost of sacrificing our souls, our humanity for that. I am appalled that the increase of men's suicide has skyrocketed because they really don't have anywhere to go. Where is, for those hardcore feminists out there, where is the compassion? I mean, ladies, we're known for that. Where is the compassion? Because honestly, I literally was in tears, and I'm going to put a link down to a documentary that MK has put on his site. I implore you, for anybody who is in love of education, to see that. It nearly brought me to tears. This is just as barbaric if a man were to come on here and saying women should be put back into the kitchen, should have their rights stripped away. It's just as barbaric. It's just as barbaric that some of these politicians want to take women's contraceptive away and force them not to have abortions. It's just as barbaric, probably even more so barbaric. I don't see how degrading men to that level is helping the world. It's not. It's just not. This is not what our foremothers wanted, or at least not the radical ones. Our foremothers just wanted to be able to have some say in our daily lives in society. That's really, in the soul essence, all they wanted. They wanted to have a choice or say in the matter about their own bodies and about their children, which back in those days wasn't given to them. They only wanted the basic rights. But feminism has taken that concept and has twisted it into this unrecognizable, monstrous beast. And speaking as a woman, I value my rights. I value my decisions to make my own choices about my body, about what I want to do in my life, but not at the cost of my humanity, not at the cost of seeing another human being, of the male part of my species, my brother, my father, my gay best friend, not at the cost of devaluing them of who and what they are. Ladies, we need to get some stuff straight here. We want equality. We need to really look at the definition of what equal means. Balance, yin and yang, God and goddess. You cannot have one without the other. Again, the same principle goes back to the days where you had chauvinist, idiotic men. And those men also should be bitch slapped just as much as the nearest crazy feminist should be bitch slapped. But I'm telling you, I'm also going to post the link to the DivineFeminist's blog. This has nothing to do with really, this has nothing to do with being a woman. This has to do with somebody who was hurt in their life. This has to do with hate and pain and anger. It really has to do with revenge. By this blog, this sounds like somebody wants to exact revenge. This is not going to make a world a better place. And if it is a law, I would probably be the first woman shot because I would be the first to be against it. I'd probably be like the Robin Hood of women and try to get banned of other women that actually agree with me to help free the men that don't want to be castrated, you know? Make an underground railroad. But, this is not what our foremothers wanted. They only wanted to be able to have a choice to go to school, to pursue an education, to be able to work if they so chose. Just basic, good basic rights, to have say, to have voice, even to vote. Great. But this radicalism of stripping men down in their roles in society, I was brought up in a single family household. My mother didn't choose to be a single mother. I mean, she chose not to remarry, but she wanted my mom and dad to work out. It just didn't. Yes, my dad was never in my life. Me and my brother's life, I'm sorry. Yes, my dad wasn't in our lives, but, he never saw. But my mom always kept that door open for my dad. Now, whether he went to see us or not, that is his choice. I wanted a father in my life. I think that's... It breaks my heart. And there are a lot of women out there that say, how come I can't find a good man? How come there are no good men left? How come chivalry is dead? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Feminism killed it. You wanted to be equal, fine, but we literally took the chivalry of men and we just tossed it into the hellfire. I love men and I really genuinely love men for who they are and what they're. Yes, they're just like any two. You're going to have asshole men, you're going to have asshole women. As my brother said, both sides are stupid. That's what my brother used to say. He says both sides are stupid. And they are. Both sides are both equally stupid. And as I said again, I'm going to emphasize, I would say the exact same thing if a guy were to come on here and promote, the same bullshit where women are just fit enough to have babies and be put in the kitchen. I would be saying the exact same thing. But this I think, especially me being myself as a woman, I think it's important for me to say and stand up and say, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. We should cherish each other. We should love each other. We shouldn't be dividing this. And what you said at the end of your video, Divine Femtheist, that you want to see the day where we're going to win and all that stuff. I hope to the God and Goddess out there above, or whatever cosmic being, for those, whether you're atheist or what, I hope that day never comes. I really do. Because again, it's not going to be a day of peace. It's going to be a day of sorrow. It's going to be a day of blood. It's going to be a day of genocide. And I'll say once again, and I'll end it on this note, that this is not what our foremothers wanted. This is not what they fought for. This is not what they fought for. And I want women as well as men to really look at the women in history. I have there's going to be a website that I'm putting down called Women in History. I think we need to be very educated. We need to be educated on what exactly women in the past fought for. And it wasn't just feminism, take down the men. No, there was reasons why, there were reasons as to what they were fighting for. And most of these women, surprisingly enough, would, believe it or not, they wanted the civil rights for everybody. They wanted civil rights for everyone. Most of these women, or some of these women. I only know a handful because I am reading myself. Again, I'm going to put several links. I think we need to be educated, and I think we need to look at the serious issue at hand, especially with the way men are being treated today. This is not equal. This is not equality. I'm sorry, it's not. This is an issue that needs to be addressed. With that note, I'm going to end this video. I thank you for your time, and peace and love. Stealing old farts rants thing. Peace and love. That is where it's at. Please be educated. Have a great day, guys.